Unlock the door, bitch. I'm on my way, and I got chicken strips.
I don't know why they call them chasers. It's not like Chubs can run real fast.
Double vodka with hot brownie chasers.
She just wanted to watch me eat it. Naked.
I can't say that. That's dirty.
Chasers will do anything to get into your pants. I love them.
Stop it! Stop!
Oh, God.
Chubs gone wild.
And then I did tell everybody about the party, and they're all going, "Oh, hello! Welcome to Chubs Gone Wild, episode 522, recorded on December 11th, 2023, where it's 58 degrees and sunny outside the Chubs Gone Wild remote studios."
It's freezing.
I know, right? Last night I was actually like really cold. I was like, I know I have my fan on for noise, but maybe I'm going to point it a different direction.
Yeah, well, I have mine in a different direction and it's still cold. But like this morning when I got up inside the house, it was 57 degrees, which is cold.
Yeah.
And it's because we've got high humidity and it's 57 degrees in the house. So it feels very cold. I turned on the heat, went to the gym, came back from the gym, and it had dropped 5 degrees in the house from where I had heated it up to.
Wow. That's
So it's just
crazy.
like, it's just cold. Cold, man. It's cold.
Yes, it is. And 58 is cold for California. I know that some of our listeners are like, oh, please, I'm sitting in 11 below and I'm wearing shorts. Well, for California, 34 is cold.
Yeah.
It's the 5th day of Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Also, it is 10 days until winter solstice, 14 days till Christmas, 15 until Kwanzaa, 21 until New Year's Day, and 325 days until Halloween. It's just coming so
So
quick.
are we going to record on Christmas Day?
If you're well, I possibly.
I'll be alone, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, well then we'll record.
Yeah, Sean will be at work making triple time, so.
Oh, that's why we love him. And bring home the money, honey. All right. Patreon offers folks a way to support creators and receive rewards not open to the general public, like special podcasts, videos, books, and more. And we want to thank our current patrons, Clint, Nephi Nick, DJ Sausage from the Universe, Eric, Sean, Kingsley, Brother Sinatus, Phoenix Dave, and Moose P. Please visit patreon.com/Matt Burlingame to find out how you can become a supporter of our work for as little as $1 a month. And by the way, I will say this so that it is recorded, so that you cannot say that I've never said it before, because I say it every year. You're always welcome to come over and join us for the day. There you go.
Wait, are you saying that to me or our listeners?
You, well, no,
Okay.
it's not quite big enough for our listeners, but I mean, if I had like a big, backyard or something, I'd say, sure, come over, let's party. But
In the
for you,
cold?
I know. I'd put up a tent. If I had that big of a backyard, I could put up a tent with a couple
Yeah.
space heaters, but no. You're always welcome to come over and hang out. All right. Let's see. Today's affirmation, a deep breath. It's got a goat on it. I don't know why.
Wait, that was a yawn. Sorry.
What's that?
I thought I was taking a deep breath, but it ended up just being a yawn.
Oh, well, yeah, same thing, kind of.
Yeah.
I am filled with gratitude for all the blessings I am showered with on a daily basis. You know what? That's one I can actually get behind.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. All right. This day in history.
I think that we don't realize all the things that are good in our lives because everyone wants spectacular instead of
Yes.
just be. I mean, God, when I'm watching some of these shows and some of the news, like the news with the war over in Israel and
Yeah.
Gaza, what's going on over there. And, they're dealing with Wi-Fi and water and food, and they can't sleep because of the bombing, or they're afraid the Hassad is coming back. It's just, um, and that's just one. I mean, we've got, Ukraine, we got it there, and just
And they've been
all
doing it for 2 years.
and all the shit going on. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm very grateful that when I go to bed at night, I'm not hearing gun shells.
Yeah. Well,
Well, until a
for
couple of
next
weeks from now,
November.
we will on Christmas, I mean, New Year's night, New Year's
Well,
Eve.
I wouldn't be surprised on Christmas these days either.
Well, just to, I don't know if our people, our listeners will remember, but one Christmas or one New Year's, they were firing guns as they always do,
Mhm.
and when we got into the hot tub, there was a bullet in the
Yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
It came
It's
through the top and right straight through. It was in the very center of the hot tub. So if we were in it, we most likely wouldn't have gotten hit.
mm,
But it's scary. That's scary. But other than that, I'm grateful.
very,
Yeah.
very, very. All right. This day in history, in 1936, Edward the Eighth advocated. After ruling for less than 1 year, Edward the Eighth became the first British monarch to voluntarily abdicate the throne. He chose to abdicate after the British government, public, and the Church of England condemned his decision to marry the American divorcee Wallace Warford Simpson. On the evening of December 11th, he gave a radio address in which he explained, "I have found it impossible to carry on the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge the duties of king as I would wish to do without the help and support of the woman I love." On December 12th, the next day, his younger brother, the Duke of York, was proclaimed King George the Fifth, Sixth, King George the Sixth,
Yeah,
and
and
all.
and it's weird because a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's the love story of the ages. He gave up being a king because for the woman he loved." Don't give the roll of the eyes. It was. That's really, I mean, that was a huge thing. That's like, I don't know. There's there much that's not as huge as that?
Yeah,
You know,
I might actually feel the same thing if he basically hadn't supported Hitler. So, there's that. Anyway, moving on. Well, let's see if we celebrate any holidays today accidentally. All right, well, it is Green Monday. No, no green, you.
I'm wearing green. You can see I'm wearing green.
I just see lights across your shoulder. Oh, that's nice. See, you celebrated. That's amazing. It is the holiday food drive for needy animals. Well, my two would tell you that they are needy, so we'll go with that.
Well, very needy. Are you kidding? You can't. One just growls at you the whole time. The other is searching for food on you. It's
Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
It's also International Mountain Day. No, thank you.
Hey,
How
what do you got against mountains?
anything about mountains? It's just international mountains. I'm not going to go to them.
Oh my God. If you've got to see before you die, you need to see Switzerland.
Ole-hoo.
It is
I hope to, but
it's so beautiful. Well, the Swiss Alps and the yeah, it's
the
quite
hay
what
rolling, and I'll spin through a field and sing "The Hills Are Alive" and stuff. Yeah.
and the Nazis will gun you down along with Edward.
You know what? After next election cycle, that could be happening here. All right. Let's see. Have a bagel day.
No.
No. Noodle ring.
What?
Noodle ring. National Noodle Ring Day.
What does that
What?
even mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I get maybe noodles are made from rings or something. All right. National Stretching Day.
I already did that
Oh, done.
at the gym where I got my 2 miles in.
Oh, one of those people. All right, and that's pretty much that. So yay. One or two we actually took care of. All right, well, we do have some birthdays coming up, of course, and we want to wish a very special happy birthday today to George Dye, and Jeanette, and Patricia. Oh, and also that Rodan from Pod is my co-pilot. Happy birthday, Rodan.
Wait, wasn't Rodan a
Yes,
yeah,
he fought Godzilla, I believe, or
okay, yeah, that's what I
one of
thought.
those.
Just
Yeah,
making sure.
yeah. Let's see. So, upcoming birthdays. Happy birthday to Aaron, Elizabeth, Kelly, Tyler. Oh, oh gosh, I forgot what's his moniker. Um, well, Jason, but he is. Oh my gosh, not pickle. Why do I want to say pickle? What is it? Oh, turnip head. I knew it was one of the vegetables. Anyway, turnip head. Happy birthday, turnip head.
Speaking of turnip head, you need to watch the British Bake Off.
The
The
holiday.
Christmas one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the turnip thing is so good.
Okay. I've been watching some of the older ones, but I don't think I've caught up.
And why is it I understand they haven't even filmed the new ones yet, but we
Really?
always get last year's ones because they still have Matt on there.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're from last season, because they do theirs like right around it's like right near Christmas is
huh.
when they show it. So that's why we don't get it until the next year.
That would make sense. That'd be interesting. You know, I'm okay with Noel now, and I really like the new lady. She was fun,
Yeah.
but I miss Sandy. Sandy and Noel worked well together. But I miss Sue and Mel. I
The
just can't help
lesbians.
it. It's been years, I know, but I just miss them.
Eh?
All right. Also, Tracy, Rod, Matthew, Korean Higgins, that famous playwright,
It's
and
just like his birthdays all the time.
I know, right? Don't tell him that though. And his cocktails and cream puffs. Oh, Tom has some light, so he's fallen down on his job. That was he's formerly of cocktails and cream puffs.
Oh, wait, is that 4 words?
That is correct,
Okay.
indeed. All right, Judson, Christopher, our fabulous listener, Christopher, JJ, Matt, Drew O'Brien, the famous author, and also known as Gooch to Auntie Vera Charles. Yes, her husband. Also, radio personality Melissa Davis. We have the listener Joe Zubia and Kira, Josh, and Tay. Happy birthday, everybody. By the way, did you know that Corey Hart was starting his own podcast? What? I know, we just heard yesterday. It was fabulous. All right, next up. Nope, that's not what we want. Nope, that's not what we want. This is what we want. Here we go. Feedback. If something is delivered sorry, let me premise this correctly. This is from our listener, Sean. Thank you for writing in, Sean. He said, if something is delivered to you, even if it's not addressed to you, it's legal for you to keep it. If no one comes back looking for the package that was misdelivered, it's yours. In which case, I hope it's something cool. Sadly, it is not. It was a gray, a twin bed gray, what do you call it? Not a quilt, but a comforter, bed comforter. And it is like the most bland color gray. That's very sad, very, very sad. Anyway, so I'm probably going to donate it to the like a homeless shelter or handout place or something, because that would be very much needed in this time of coldness. All right. Chub hugs. everyone for my sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. For my Chub Hugs this time, I'm giving them to everyone who's facing being dragged into other people's drama.
This
Not
is for you. This is bullshit. You cannot give yourself a chub hug.
I gave myself a big fucking hug, and it felt good. Also to Stacy, whose pup passed away. And then also to everyone who's done with their holiday shopping, because I wanted to do something a little positive. Yay, Tom, got a hug. And also, I have a very special Chub hug to someone who sent me a very nice box of candy. And on the outside shipping label, it said, Happy Yule. But there was no card, no name, no return name, nothing. So I have no idea who sent this. And so if whoever sent this would like to let me know who sent it, I would very much appreciate that and like to thank you for it. And before you try to claim something that you may not have sent, although I know none of our listeners would ever do that, I did keep the box with the name of the candy company on it. So, yeah.
So what, you're going to test people if they try to claim it?
Yes.
Oh my God, you're horrible. You just accept it, and if nobody comes forward, that's it. We're done. It's a lovely gift that you got anonymously from somebody wishing you Yule.
And that is completely acceptable. But if it was the company that left off the name in unintentionally, I would love to know who I should thank for this lovely gift. And it is a very lovely gift, although I'm saving it for Christmas. So,
Oh, so on Christmas Day, when we're all sitting around the house,
uh-huh, uh-huh.
you'll be bringing out the chocolates.
Yes, actually, there'll probably be quite a bit of chocolates,
You mean left?
especially since I'm trying not to eat so many chocolates. But these they feel they're the whole box feels very heavy, and you know that the heavier chocolates are usually the like the richer and better quality they are. So
Well, I just as far as holiday, well, I hope you'll be able to eat chocolate this next weekend.
oh, I am sure I will.
You'll find a way to force yourself.
Well, yes, I'll just be hungry. Actually, today's Monday. I'll just fast all week until your party. There, yeah,
Okay.
solves that. But you know what it doesn't solve? Norman Lear has left us. The legendary TV producer and philanthropist behind All in the Family, The Jeffersons, One Day at a Time, and other landmark sitcoms died of natural causes on December 5th at age 101. And as I said on Facebook, I believe that this man had a great deal to do with shaping my moral outlook on the world.
I think he did it for a lot of people.
Yes, yes, yes. All right. Also, Ryan O'Neal, the Oscar-nominated actor whose tumultuous personal life always threatened to overshadow his work in films like the early 1970s hit Love Story and Paper Moon, died December 8th. He was 82.
What was your favorite movie?
What's up, Doc?
Me too.
Yeah. Which I didn't even know about until just a couple of years ago.
God, it just shows you that he was a fine comedian as well as a good actor. And don't forget, you remember he was with Farrah Fawcett as well.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they were the pretty couple for a long time. Well,
Yeah.
actually, because she was married to Lee Majors too, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so she always had pretty couple. She was always
Yes.
sort of a pretty couple.
Lee
And
Majors, yum.
yeah,
Yeah.
another handsome man.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh, Andrea Faye Friedman, who broke ground with her portrayal of Amanda Swanson, who had Down syndrome in the 1990s TV drama Life Goes On, died from complications of Alzheimer's disease on December 3rd at age 53. Ralph Cirella, a longtime friend and stylist of Howard Stern, who frequently appeared on his popular radio show, died on December 5th at 58. Benjamin Zaffinia?
I'd say, yeah,
Yeah.
Venia. Sure.
A poet and actor died December 7th at age 65. The UK-born poet published his first collection of poetry, Pen Rhythm, in 1980. Denny Lane, a co-founder of the Moody Blues and Wings, died December 5th at age 79. Anna Chickadee Cardwell, the oldest daughter of reality TV star Mama June Shannon, died at age 29. And finally, Ellen Hawley, the pioneering One Life to Live actress, became the first Black performer on a starring role on U.S. daytime television. She died December 6th at 92. A New York native, she performed Broadway productions and took small parts on television shows, but found it difficult to work early on in her career. In 1968, the New York Times published a letter to the editor from Hawley titled "How Black Do You Need to Be?" which criticized the media, which the entertainment industry and audiences for maintaining a narrow view of what Black performers should look like. And that is that.
Well, it's interesting because you talk to some young people and you say, you're trying to talk about how the hardship for Black actors to get work, and they go, the girl from it was I heard it said the maid from Gone with the Wind won in 1939. She won Best Supporting Actress, and I said, yeah, and for the next 30 years, no one got shit other than that.
Yep.
I mean, it didn't change anything, and it was sad because Hattie McDaniel was. You look at her history, and it's amazing what she did other than acting.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until the 60s that Blacks people started getting like starring roles, things like people like Diane Carroll, um, uh, Star Trek, completely Nichelle Nichols,
Yes.
And Bill Cosby, still, I mean, he was starring in I Spy.
Yeah.
That was huge.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't until later then. So yeah, this woman was definitely a pioneer. I mean, to be the first Black woman with a starring role on a soap opera,
Yeah.
crazy. I remember Days of Our Lives wasn't until the 70s.
Right. And you still look at, and what, to your point, we still had Italian actors playing Native Americans. We had white people playing Asian characters very, very badly and very stereotypically. And our Black actors still just got very little respect, very little screen time, and were just as stereotypical as you can. So, yeah, exactly. And I will tell you that the actress, it went in the photo that they published of her from that time, her headshot, she did not look quote unquote Black, so that it made her letter even more poignant. So yeah. All right. Excuse me. Search for a Golden Globes host is still underway. Chris Rock is among those to decline after he was famously slapped at the Oscars by Will Smith. Ali Wong was also approached but declined the gig. Will Arnett, Sean Hayes, and Jason Bateman, who co-star in the podcast Smartless, turned down a joint offer to MC the Globes. Amy Poehler and Tina Fey stated they would not do it again. It's not worth it. A top publicist said, there are a lot of politics, it's not easy, and it's not fun anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And you know, the nominations just came out today.
Yeah, speaking of the Golden Globes, best performance by a male actor in the television series, musical or comedy, Bill
Oh,
Hader from Barry, Steve Martin, Only Murders in the Building, Jason Segel, Shrinking, Martin Short, Only Murders in the Building, Jason Sudeikis, Ted Lasso, Jamie Allen White, The Bear.
yeah,
Right.
Jeremy Allen White is probably going to win though.
Okay. I was
That's
going
what we
to
got.
ask you.
Yeah, because The Bear is good. And it's
Yeah,
one of those
somebody.
shows, it's a drama comedy, but they
Mhm.
throw in the comedy category. So kind of like Barry, which is not a comedy at all.
From what I've
It
heard.
hasn't been since like the third season.
Mhm.
Well, second season. The third season, it started getting darker and darker and darker. Yeah.
Well, I just heard somebody talking about the holiday episode of The Bear the other day again, and how good it was.
Oh, that's a great episode. And Jamie Lee Curtis will be nominated for that episode for an Emmy next year.
Deservedly so, I hear.
Oh, she was amazing.
Best television series drama are 1923, The Crown, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, The Morning Show, and Succession. What's your prediction?
On that one, let me see. Oh God. It'll probably go to Succession or The Crown because they're both in their final seasons. This is their final season. So
I would say that I would go for The Crown myself, but I'll say it's The Last of Us just because it always stumps us that somebody likes the show.
ugh, yeah.
All right. And it had
And-
a
but
gay scene.
but what I thought was interesting was the leader in nominations was um Oppenheimer and Barbie.
Yeah.
They both led, you know, and they were the what was it? Barbenheimer was what they called it during the summer because they both came out at the same time,
Yeah.
and they both ended up being huge hits. And now they're both nominated for. Uh, um, Barbie got 9 nominations. Oppenheimer got 8.
Wow.
So,
Incredible.
and Barbie got nominated 3 times in the song category.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was Dua Lipa one of them?
I don't think that's a song. I think that's a performer.
Yes. Well, that's what I meant.
Well, I don't know
I
because
just
I
know
don't.
that she had a song in there. I'll look it up.
Yeah,
All right.
they didn't say, oh, the Dua Lipa song from Barbie. No, they just said from Barbie. Blah blah
Uh,
blah from Barbie. I know the Kin song got nominated.
Hi, Ken. Okay. Okay. So Tom wants to talk to you about.
Okay, my week. Okay, my week. First of all, um, on Wednesday, I'm going to be going to my doctor to discuss getting medication for ED. Now,
Erectile dysfunction.
yeah, with after my surgery on my balls, it just hasn't been the same. So
Yeah.
it's I thought once that was gone that it would be all better because it wasn't great before, but I have learned that you can, yes, come without being hard. Yay.
Oh, we should bring
Yeah,
you on the other show.
yeah, there you go. Let's see. Otherwise, my week of oh, Squid Games. Now, are you watching you're
I'm
watching it as
done.
well.
Yeah.
You're done. Okay, I'm not done yet. But I just thought that I was wondering how they were going to do the bridge, the glass bridge.
Yes.
And I thought they handled that really well because that was one of my favorite parts in the original show. And I was just wondering how they were going to be able to transfer that and make it work. And I thought they did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
Still enjoying it. I think I have 3 episodes left.
Well, oh, and when you're done, there's a half an hour, well, 24-minute, like making of that would be good for you to watch too.
Okay. Let's see. On True Blood. I'm in season 7, and I think it was episode 2. Um, uh, Jason's having a sex dream with Eric.
Oh yes,
Oh my God.
that
Oh
one.
my God. It got steamy. I mean, well, I got steamy. My glasses steamed up, and
Yeah,
I had to fan myself. I was under a blanket and I just got so warm.
yeah.
Um, and then of course somebody had to wake up during their dream and didn't finish it,
I know, right?
Anyway, SNL had Adam Driver on this week, and the highlight, at least the highlight for me, because it was a really good show, by the way. But the highlight was when Adam's playing a chocolatier selling a Santa Claus chocolate. It's a full size, not full size Santa Claus, but it's like a probably a 12-inch Santa Claus with the solid chocolate, and then it's wrapped with the lovely tinfoil so it looks like Santa. And he goes, "Well, let me show you what the chocolate looks like." So he unwraps it, and it just looks like a big black cock.
Wait, which show is this?
Saturday Night Live.
Okay. Oh, I thought I saw that, but that's maybe not.
Okay, so
Huh.
and the two hosts are like going, because Adam's trying to sell his chocolate, and
Mhm.
so everything he says just comes out. It's all very sexual, and at one point, uh, Mikey Day, who's he's the male host, he goes, "Can you stop stroking the chocolate?" He's he's running his fingers up and down what looks like a big black dick. It was hilarious. Looks like the Fine Daddies might find their place into Saturday Night Live there. So,
Ah,
very funny. Let's see. Mass Singer this week. They unveiled two people. It was Genuine, who I guess is a rapper or
no
R&B or
idea.
something. Yeah. Okay. And the second one was Sebastian Bach, who was from some rock group in the
Oh
70s.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So and both were really good singers. So, that's always fun on the Mass Singer when you're like going, "Who is this? They got a great voice. Who are they?"
Yeah. Huh.
So, okay, let's see. Oh, I saw Stavros Hakis, Fat Rascal. He's this heavy comedian, and he's on Netflix right now, and I hated it and Brian loved it.
Oh,
So, just take that as you will. I
yeah.
just I didn't think he was that funny. I hated that he laughed at all his own jokes. And I don't mind if you're kind of giggling, but it was like he'd say the joke and he would laugh at himself, and it was just like, no, you're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to be, you know. I always hate that when comedians are that's like watching a play and and somebody's saying something funny in a play, and then the whole cast laughing at them.
Yeah, the modern laugh track. Yeah,
Just terrible. Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway, watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and realized how much I hate that show. I think this is only my second time actually watching it all the way through.
Mm,
Because I hated
wow.
it the first time,
Yeah,
and then and I've seen like clips from it, here and there, but usually just anything with Chevy Chase is immediately a turnoff.
yeah. That's the only
So
thing of his that I actually liked. I think.
yeah. Um, I saw the new Candy Cane Lane over on um, Prime.
Mhm.
Seriously, why is Prime even a thing? They have got little and nothing
Huh.
ever. This was okay. I mean, it's cute. It's got Eddie Murphy, Tracy Ellis Ross. It's and then the girl from uh, 21 Jump Street Part Two. Um,
Holly Robinson? Oh no, I don't know that.
no. The girl that was in the sequel 22 Jump Street, and she's the heavy actress. Well, she's not heavy. She's chubby.
Hmm.
I can't think of her name. But she played the villain in it, and she plays the villain all the time. But I guess uh, playing the villain is more fun than playing the heroine. So why not?
Yeah.
Um, I watched Genie, which is the new Melissa McCarthy offering on Peacock, where she plays a genie who helps some guy figure out what's wrong with his life, and that was okay. I watched Scrooged with Bill Murray over, well, I think I watched it on Paramount Plus. It was over there. Always like that. I hate the ending, but I love everything else. Good Burger 2. Sean wanted to watch Good Burger 2. I should have said no, but I didn't. And oddly enough, the bad guy in this one is the girl from 22 Jump Street, the same girl who was the villain in Candy Cane is the villain in Good Burger too. So good for her. She's getting a lot of work.
Hmm.
Um, then I watched Miracle on 34th Street, the original one, and it's weird because I watched that one and I watched It's a Wonderful Life, and I forced myself to watch them. I didn't, spend time cruising through my iPad or my phone watching, half-ass. I watched the shows. They still are really, really good shows.
Yeah.
Um, I watched The Exorcist Believer. That's the one with the two girls that end up with they getting possessed, and they have a double elimination, so to speak, during the show. So um it was it was okay. It didn't hold my attention really well, but I still finished it, and it was enjoyable. Ellen Burstyn's in it, and she was really good in it. And the cast was fine. It's another Exorcist movie following the Exorcist story. I don't mind Exorcist stories as long it's they're trying to complete the William Friedkin 73 Exorcist, and I don't think they need to do that. But they did have what happened was Ellen Burstyn was playing the same character she did in 73. She's written a book, so she's become the authority on the authority secondhand authority, let's say, on exorcisms. So she's not holding the Bible, but she's listening at the door. Um, I saw, let's see, where am I? Oh, Mary Poppins, the stage version this week.
Wow.
It's on YouTube, and it is, whew, boy, I don't like Mary Poppins. Okay,
Yeah.
I like elements of Mary Poppins,
Me too.
but when Disney brought out Mary Poppins in 1964 and it was, like over 2.5 hours long, that should have been something right there that people should have said, wow, why is it, that's a long time for kids to sit still. And it was, I remember. Um, and in this musical version, they've added more songs, God help us, and they're not memorable at all. They've and they've turned just about every fucking song in that show into a musical dance, a big dance number where the whole cast comes in, and ugh, ugh. And Brian said, well, was it community theater? Was it like high school or something? And I said, well, it seemed better than community theater, but not quite the road tour.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of in that area, that gray area there in the middle. So the acting was fine. The sets were minimal, but they were fine. But when you have a dance number to feed the birds, you've got too many dance numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, and overall it was supercalifragilisticexpialidocious was done like YMCA. So
Oh,
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, they spelled out the whole fucking song over and over again. And I'm sure that's great for audience sitting in the audience, but at home it's just like, oh my God, if I had a gun, if I only had a gun.
that's why
Um,
we need better gun control because
yeah,
of shows like that. And there you go.
exactly. So, saw Michael Rappaport at the Punchline this week live.
Ah,
His two opening acts. One was DJ Santos, who we've seen before, and we really like him. There was a black comedian. She was the host. She started out. She was excellent as well. And Michael Rappaport was ridiculously funny. He's kind of got the Richard Lewis, you know, Richard Lewis has a tendency, I'm trying to think of what that term is when it sounds like you're just talking and thinking at the same time. Um, something of motion, no, fuck, I can't remember the term, but it's where you're kind of flowing with your consciousness. You're just kind of streaming with that.
Yeah.
And so he kind of did the same thing, but they're both Jewish, and it's the Jewish ranting about oh my, just the guilt and this and that, very funny, very funny. Enjoyed him a lot. And then finally, because we're just finishing up True Blood, so we're going to go back to Cougar Town and back to Big Mouth. We've been off them for about probably 3 or 4 months, so we'll be back to them on a regular basis too. So um other than that, I think that's about it for me. Did I Was there something that we both did that I jumped on?
I haven't caught up on Survivor.
Okay.
I have not finished The Golden Bachelor.
Okay.
Squid Games we talked a little bit about, and then we'll when you finish that. And then I think we've both been watching episodes of the Santa Claus TV show.
Yeah, but
And
isn't it all there now?
it may be. I started watching it last night, and I think I'm up to. I just started episode 4.
Okay, I think that's where I am too.
So far I'm enjoying it. I don't dislike it. Yeah, but
I
man,
think there's
there
too
are
many
so many
storylines.
elements in this.
They gave too many storylines to too many
Yes,
people.
I will agree with that.
A half-hour show, and you've got
Uh-huh.
1, 2,
Every character has their own thing.
4, 5.
Hmm.
You've got 5 or 6 storylines because you got the black elf and his girlfriend. That's another storyline. So that's 6 storylines all going at the same time in a 30-minute, and they've got 6 episodes, I think they're doing total. That's too much.
Yeah. I totally agree. The lead female elf, they've all but written her out of the show,
Mhm.
which is sad because like she's the best thing in it, frankly. Tim Allen seems like he's phoning it in. The black elf, and that's only because I cannot remember the elf's name, because that actor, I don't
I've
know
seen him in I've
who.
seen him in other stuff, and he's actually good, but in here, he's not.
Horrible.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that other stuff, because I'm like, all I'm thinking of is who is he related to get this gig, but maybe he just doesn't do this well, because it's bad. Um yeah, but I love the Bad Santa, the Eric Stone Street. Absolutely, he does that wonderfully. I love the witch.
Hmm.
She's from Just Shoot Me.
Yeah.
She's great. They've got some really great talent. Even Mrs. Claus, even though she's played down to a little bit more of a will-o'-the-wisp in this one, but she's a great actress. So, I mean, it's got talent. Even the kids are decent for what they're given. They're good, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
the black actor, his name is Devin Bright, and he's, by the way, the 4th person listed on the cast list.
Oh yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
And I'm looking through here. He was in Scream the series. What have no, maybe I haven't seen him in anything else.
I didn't recognize him last year when I looked him up for anything he'd done.
Let me look and see if it says he's raised by 2 loving parents, but they don't say who they
That's
are.
good. That's always
2 loving parents. Oh, wait.
good.
And desire to acting, and soon earned co-starring. Okay, no, they don't say whose parents are, but they're saying that he was getting jobs with Sean Astin and Sherry Shepherd and Irwin Brothers Film, and yeah.
Well, maybe he's one of those that there's some roles that fall flat for him. With
Yeah.
this one, maybe it's the role, because you have to be really smart to play stupid.
Well,
And
and he's
and
only
this
15 too, by the way.
Oh, well, okay. I will give him that too. Yeah. But
So he's
he
the
just
5th
doesn't fit
person
well
listed.
in the role.
I'm sorry.
He just doesn't fit well in the role.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just something's missing from his he's acting differently than everyone else in the cast. And that
Yes, yeah, yeah, he does not fit in.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I've had that where it's actually happened to me where I was in a cast of all method actors, and I'm not a method actor.
Yeah.
And it's not that I stood out in the thing, but there was definitely a conflict between me and the other actors because they didn't like the way I I approach things.
Right.
It was weird, but
Huh.
it definitely makes a difference.
It does. It does. It almost feels like he's in a high school play and everybody else is in a TV show. So, but I still don't think it is bad, and I think that if you want just a fun little holiday something to watch, that's a good one. So there's that. Uh, and then okay, so I went to Old Navy yesterday, and I was Christmas shopping because trust me, the only thing I can get there is like socks. Um, but uh, I was looking through the clearance rack trying to find some gifties, and my ring fell off. And of course, had to do this whole semicircle as I'm following it right under a display where I could not get myself down to get it. So I had to go. I was standing there waiting for Ouija to come back from trying on a shirt.
Wait,
And
he can just try it on in the middle of the place?
I would think so, but no, he goes in the dressing room. He's one of those people that has to go to the dressing room and try everything on. And I'm usually there for 20 minutes feeling like I'm holding my wife's purse. But and then he didn't come back. So finally I got a nice young assistant. They all seem to be like 12 and so thin. Um, and she got my ring for me, and I was very happy. And then I stood there for another 5 minutes or so before I decided to just look at my social media, waiting for him to try on this stupid shirt. And I get a text from him going, "Oh, I like the shirt, so I bought it. I'm going to the store next door." 7 minutes before, I was pissed, especially since I wanted to go to the store next door too. But so anyway, then I had to stand in line, check out, get out there. He's already done in the other store, and I'm looking at him like I wanted to slap his titties off. Anyway, so that's the ring story.
Oh,
I've been.
that's that. It's a terrible story.
Has Sean ever done that to you?
What?
Like just left you standing there and like gone out to the car and you don't know about it and you're standing there waiting for him?
Yeah, he wanders around all the time.
Oh, that drives me nuts. I was so anyway. And I guess I should have given him that he texted, but my phone just didn't tell me right away, but still irritating. Okay, so moving on. I have been Christmas decorating and I'm still not done. And I still have my main tree to put up, but I have almost all my little trees already done. And they're just looking lovely. And I'm really pushing myself. I'm like maybe at 65%, 70% into that holiday spirit that we aspire to get to. Anyway, but when I came home yesterday, I watched The Waltons, The Homecoming, because
Boo.
that's one of my like, okay, I'm kicking off the season. This is one of my start movies. And so I watched like the first 15, 20 minutes of it, and then it started getting into the parts that I'm like, so I jumped to the next part that I like and watched that, and then it started getting into another crazy part. I'm like, no, I don't want to sit through the church scenes. So then I jumped to so I watched most of it, but I did not watch all of it. I think I cut probably a good 35, 40 minutes of it out. Um, and yeah, but I had to see, Elizabeth get the doll with the broken face and say, "Oh, it's dead." And then and then Mama every time she had a bipolar meltdown, I had to watch that one. Jabba, you get that whiskey out of here, Mama.
Oh boy, are you up there jacking off in your bedroom?
Yes, she does. Oh
I
my God.
know.
I was expecting her to yell that out, but then when she did the
Oh,
eggnog, the
she
whiskey
does.
thing, and he's like, "Mama, it's eggnog," and she's like, she looks like, "Oh, I'm coming back from my trip into La La Land." Oh, anyway, so it's very fun. All right, and of course my kickoff movie, which I watched others, but I did finally watch Christmas with the Cranks, and honestly, I do sit there when I watch that, and usually I'm wrapping or decorating or something, and I'm thinking the whole time, man, those townspeople are fucking assholes. Why don't they just leave them alone? And then by the end of the movie, I'm like, oh, that guy is a fucking asshole. Why didn't he just buy the anyway? Uh, it's one of those movies. All right. I also watched Merry Happy Whatever, which is a limited series on Netflix, and it's basically a holiday series. It has like Dennis Quaid and
Dennis,
a number.
no, no,
What?
no, not. Oh wait, Dennis Quaid. Okay,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
the
You
Quaid
you
one.
you
I,
watched it, I
I
think, the first year.
Yeah, I thought you were talking of the other one with Dennis Leary.
Oh,
They both have Christmas series.
oh, real? I did not know that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this one I've watched. This is the third year in a row I've watched it, and I like it. I actually, the first year I think I liked the lead more than anyone else, and this year I was like, maybe she shouldn't marry him. I like the lead less than everybody else, but it is a fun little series, and it's on Netflix. So if you put it on like 1.25 speed, it's even more fun. Okay. I watched some more of the Cool Kids. This is, of course, the Vicki Lawrence and the series that came out several years ago and only lasted one season, which it should have gotten more seasons because it was really good. And it's just fun sometimes to have on in the background. Also, I watched the special 2 and 3 of Doctor Who, which is on Disney Plus. And this is the one with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, who reprise their roles. And they're so fun. Oh my gosh, I could have 10 more series of these and just still not have enough. It was so good. The second episode was brilliant. And then the third one, which at the end introduces the new Doctor who is from Sex Education, and he comes in, and then he will be the one that is doing in the Christmas special that will happen in a couple weeks, and it's just wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. And even when I thought at the end they were going to let me down, they didn't. So it's brilliant. Especially if you love Who in any way, I think you will love these. And then I did get to go to the theater and see The Hunger Games, the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And trust me, there are a fuck ton of snakes in this. And if you have snake phobia, yeah, you are going to be kind of creeped out. So, just saying. Um, I will say that the first half of the movie was really good, and I was like, "Wow, they did a good job with this. They didn't let me down." Then the next fourth of the movie, I was like, "Wow, they're wrapping this up really good. It's a little slower than I'd like, but and it kind of went okay, like whatever." And then you realize there's like another fourth of the movie left to watch, and you're like, "Dear God, is it over yet?" Um, but it's not. And they tried to go like all esoteric and thoughtful and let's watch this character crumble so that he thought he was going to be a good person, but then it turned out that he's not a bad person, but maybe they aren't really good people or bad people. Maybe they're being the best. Who gives a shit? Just end the movie. Um, so yeah, there's that. I would say that if you liked the other Hunger Games, you definitely want to go see this. And if you thought the other Hunger Games were like, wait for video or video. Wait for streaming.
Well, I thought what she said to me was funnier.
Oh
And
yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
read it.
Yeah, go for it.
You said, well, the first half was good, then it dragged, and then by hour 10, I was like, is this over yet?
That's very much how it felt.
That's funnier.
Yeah.
You should have plagiarized yourself there.
Uh, well, it did because that, and especially I had to pee for like the last hour. The movie started at like 12, and we got out of there after 3
No, oh yeah, because of previews, yeah.
because of previews. Yes, but still, I was just like, son of a bit. Every time you thought, seriously, it was like, okay, that's the end. That's either the end or they're wrapping it up in 5 minutes because there's no more story to motherfucker. And then there'd be more. So yeah, there was no need for the more. A little editing, it would have been. But I will tell you that the first half of the movie was very compelling and like this is what I wanted to see. Anyway, all right, time for some advice. And this comes from Miss Manners. Are you ready? I know you are. For about a decade, my partner and I made special homemade packages of treats for about a dozen households at holiday time. They have varied slightly over the years, but usually include nuts, candies, and baked goods. Sometimes a brownie, some brownies, a cake, or cookies. This year, I used a different flour that included the salt and baking powder, saving some time on measuring ingredients. I was the first to admit, well, this product worked fine for the cake, but the cookies and the little made them a little less tasty somehow. Well, we mailed them out as usual. Okay, come on, people. There we go. Uh, as usual, and we thought the difference was negligible. Well, apparently it wasn't. At least 2 recipients thought so and let us know that the items weren't up to their usual standards. Coincidentally, these are 2 of the households who have never sent us any kind of gift or even a card at any time of year. I want to stop sending to these 2 next year, as I've been wanting to cut down lately anyway. My partner wants to ignore it and proceed as usual. Is it too vindictive to stop? Or am I within my rights to do so? All right. My response is, Dear Nephi, no. Tom's reaction on the video. All right. Anyway, I don't see any reason that you need to send them anything. If you've gone years and years and they don't send you anything and you really are cutting down, you're muted.
Yeah, as soon as you are taking your good deed and turning it around to expect something else from giving, stop it.
Yeah.
Nobody needs your fucking gift if it means that it's going to cause you this kind of pain.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree, but I am saying that, yeah, that's just fucked up.
I mean,
Rude.
because even though, somebody's complained, which you shouldn't, number one.
Right.
So, but you know what? The fact is, if your response is going to be anger, then you got to stop it. It's not worth it for either side. Because you know what? Next year, you're just going to wait for someone else to complain. And you're stirring it with you're not making things with love anymore. You're making them with deceit
Vitriol and
and revenge
hatred.
and hatred and terrible, terrible thing. Yeah, stop.
It's the love that makes them taste good. All I will have to tell this person is that whatever you say by not sending from those other persons, you are free to send to me, because regardless of the cookies not being that great or the cake tasting, a little bit cheaper, I will still eat it. That's just how I roll.
Oh, you're so brave.
Oh, I'm giving or I'm taking, depending.
Yeah.
Anyway, anyway, I do what you want. It's your life. All right. Let's see what Miss Manners had to say. As you cannot guarantee a better cookie next year, although Miss Manners has faith in you pulling it together, I it would be thoughtful to spare these discerning recipients another subpar experience. Rather than being vindictive, this can be your excuse if the cookie's whereabouts are questioned. Of course, you may also take the high road, but if this results in getting reprimanded again, Miss Manners permits you to tell your partner you told them so. All right. Well, that was boring. Well, let's see. Moving on. Hey, Chubs, and this comes from our listener, Timothy. Hey, Chubs, do you like crafty gifts?
Crafty gifts.
Crafty gifts.
Um, I mean, I mean, I don't mind a crafty gift. It just depends on, I mean, is it going to be something, you know, is it going to be shit? Is it going to be garbage? If it's going to be garbage, then what do you do with it? I mean, I love crap. I love when people make shit. I do. Like you got me the Barry Manilow thing,
Yes.
and something you made, and it was awesome. But in the same sense, if somebody gave me
A drawing.
something, whatever it is, and it's horrible, I'll take it and I will be polite about it and I won't complain to Miss Manners about it. But I will, the back of my mind will be like, oh God, what am I getting next year from? Um, but it won't be something I'll share publicly.
Right. Yeah.
But you'll hear
Yeah.
about it.
I like crafty gifts, but it's kind of the same thing. If somebody does something like my uncle makes dream catchers, and they're actually very beautiful, something like that somebody made, I think I would love something
Sure.
like that. But or like something that may not be, uh, my 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 friend Shafina, her kids, they drew paint, made a card for me, and it was a big rainbow card and everything, and it's scribbles and crayons, but I love it. But it was kids, and it's art, and it's wonderful, and it's on my wall, and I love it. But Miss Bacon, oh, should I tell this? I think so. Miss Bacon, no, this isn't a bad thing, painted me like a couple like really neat little, like, she recreated bitmojis and with paints on a canvas, and they were fabulous, and I have them and I'm keeping them forever. So I mean, things like that, I absolutely love it. But
Yeah, I mean,
there
if
are
it,
times when somebody's crafty doesn't exactly go the way they were supposed to. Oh, that reminds me, I finally got my first Bromo card this year. Miss uh well, I'll name her. Okay, so Christina Hill from the Greetings from Nowhere podcast. She sent out some cards that Ricky Burton from Foul Monkeys made, and she sent one to me, and it is an absolutely beautiful card, really super well made, and I love it, and it's on my wall. So things like that, I love. Yeah.
yeah, I'm really fine with most stuff, especially, crafty also means baked goods too. So that's
Oh
fine. Yeah,
yes.
any of that. I just, you know, just I don't give me something I need to put up. It has to show. You know,
Yes.
it's like, yeah. I'm very particular on certain things, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Hey Chubs, this is from Timothy as well. Do you believe in hypnotism?
I do, but I've never had it. I've never had it done to me, so I can't say that I've seen it work or had it work.
Yeah. Same. I do believe in it, absolutely, and I do believe it's a great tool for some people, but I have not had it done to me. Okay, at least that I know of. What's in your lunchbox? Well, Mr. Moose responded. He wrote in, he said, this is what's in my box. And it was chicken tenders again, but this time I cooked them. This time I cooked them. Emphasis on the right words. Brined in buttermilk, seasoned with ranch dressing powder or powder.
Powder.
I think that's powder. In panko breadcrumbs, Orida curly fries. Mr. Moose, that's wonderful.
Yeah, what I've discovered this through Spiceology. There's it is it's a Nashville hot chicken seasoning. So
Oh,
it's a spicy red seasoning, so it's got paprika and it's got probably like what's the name, cayenne in it,
mm,
but it's not overly hot, but
okay.
it's also not sweet. And I've been using it on my chicken strips a lot. Actually, I put it on chicken, I put it on pork, put it on shrimp, and it's been excellent. So I've been really excited about that. And I'm looking at these strips because that's what I had for lunch, thinking I wished I had these strips.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is good. Yeah, and I've seen people using the ranch powder before.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool. And oh, by the way, I did want to send a call out to Moose because I know that he likes to do 10,000 steps a day. Uh, and I'm up to averaging about 6 to 8,000 a day. So
Excellent.
I'm trying to get up there and be up there where he's at. So just kind of he's inspiring me. Just kind of want to
Very cool. That's
throw
very
that
cool.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's talk about pizza.
Well, Pizza Babe was an early podcaster. Oh, wait, no. It's Pizza Friday. An everything pizza, sausage, beef, ham, pepperoni, green pepper, mushroom, olive, and a Brooklyn crust. Wow. It looks really good. I would like that. I would like that very much.
I got something at the door I got to get. Hold on.
Okay.
Keep going. Wait, I'm next. Damn it. Okay.
Uh-uh. Anyway, yes, Tom does have a little bit of something to talk about here, but in the meantime, let's get this out of the way. Golden Rule Services want you to know about an important tool in preventing you from attracting HIV. PrEP is a medication proven to be 99% effective in preventing HIV infection. To learn more about PrEP, visit sacgrs.org. And I have decided that I am going to make, well, I'm not going to make, but lumpia. I bought some at the store in a package, and I am going to be bringing that to Tom's party. Now, oh, Tom's back. Hello. Okay, so now Tom does have something in the lunchbox to tell you about.
Yeah. Well, it's been so cold that twice this week already, we have been, Sean and I have been over to our favorite Vietnamese restaurant to get pho. And
Oh,
it's technically not the pho. This is the wonton soup because I'm not a big fan of the fish sauce,
ah,
the that they have in the pho broth. And
mm,
this one comes with baby bok choy, slices of pork, wontons, and
mm,
noodles. It's just packed, and
mm,
it's hot, and and usually I'll put like a hot oil over it because I'm heavy into the hot oil and the Krispies right now.
mm.
Some soy just to give up the salt, but yum. It's amazing. You go and have one of these bowls, and you're warm for hours and hours and hours. So, yeah, that and like I said, uh, we had gone we went Saturday before the show because we weren't going to eat until after the show. And then yesterday he comes home after going to his cryo and goes, "Hey, let's go get pho." And I'm like, "Oh, pho a second time?" And then he's like, "I know." And I go, "I'd rather have tacos." And he's like, "Okay." And so we got dressed and get in the car and he drove us to pho.
Ah,
And it's like,
wow.
I go, so we're having fun. He goes, wasn't that what we decided on? And I go, no, that's what you decided on. But I'm fine with it. We also get crispy egg roll with it, and they've been
Not lovely. Yeah, this looks really good. It's been a while since I've had anything like that. All right, well, find Tom's TV, and yeah, that was out of left field. That was a major callback.
Yeah.
Find Tom's other podcast at swannerandjudd.com. Find my books at justkissaguy.com. Find all our links at allmylinks.com/ChubsGoneWild. And give us a call at
408-69 Chubs.
Yes, Queen. Now I'm gonna go take my temperature.
Oh, anal thermometer?
No, those are no, those are the old kind. I have one of those guns that you just point at your head and it goes bleep and then shows you your temperature. Yeah.
Well, that's not as much fun.
I have one of those things that you put on the end of your finger and it tells you like your pulse and your oxygen point and everything.
Yeah.
And, I got these for like $3 and $6 from Temu, and they're brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, I love my Temu.
I'm glad. Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, I've got lots of beads.
Anal.
Oh, do they have those too?
Quite honestly, I would not be surprised.
Because as long as they're okay, you can rinse them off and throw them into the dishwasher. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us, and we will catch you in a week. Bye.
Bye.
A network of inclusion.
UnivazPods.net.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network.
This has been a For Fuck's Sake production.